Hey everyone, welcome to Wind Down Wednesdays with the Near Disney group on YouTube, and I am here with the Scepter. So if you are looking to buy or sell in the Central Florida region, stick around for our weekly discussion.
Yes.
Hey everyone, Virginia Carlson here with Near Disney, and I am also known as Cinderella, and I have the Scepter tonight. And I'm joined by Elijah Lewis, who's also known as the Prince of Real Estate. Say hello, Elijah.
Hey, pleasure to be on as always.
So we're really happy that you all have joined us tonight for our Wine Down Wednesday, and we have our glasses of wine to commemorate the midweek discussion. So tonight we're going to start with something kind of fun. We have just learned that the Lake Nona area is starting to break ground on a new. Just in a second while I bring this up, on a brand new soccer field for the Orlando City Soccer. So this is super cool. If you guys know the Lake Nona area, there's so many great opportunities for sports and athletics there. There's the tennis center that's already there, and now that they're breaking ground on this brand new soccer field stadium, it's going to be beautiful. It's a $2 million home park, and it's a great news for youth soccer and just people who want to get out and do more sports. So it's a real boost for the Central Florida area to have this here for us, because we know there are so many soccer fans, and it's just great news for everyone.
So kids are going to get to practice there, and like professional teams are going to play.
Yeah, and it's a great location. I mean, it's minute downtown Lake Nona, and as we know, Lake Nona is really easy to access off of 417. So it's a nice, centrally located complex. It's going to be beautiful. It looks beautiful. So that's exciting news for us in the Central Florida area. And we encourage anyone, if you are watching, to please comment and maybe let us know, because spring break is coming up. We've noticed that a lot of tourists are kind of coming back into the area after the holidays. And so, let us know, what are you going to do for spring break? Are you going to travel, or are you going to come and visit us down here in Florida? Or let us know what you're doing over spring break in the comments section.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff that we're doing right now. Our town, where we live in Celebration, doesn't the HOA doesn't let people do garage sales whenever they want to. So
Right.
they do this awesome thing where it's like spring cleaning. Everybody gets to do their garage sale at the same time in the spring, and that's one thing that's really fun. It's about to come up soon in our town. That's a cool way to, if you're looking to furnish your house, if you just bought a place, that's an awesome way to find some really cheap furniture locally as well. Because
Yeah, I love finding things that are, you just don't think that you will, and then you go to a porch and yard sale event and you can find some real gems. So that's a fun thing that is coming up, and that is in the next few weeks, right?
yeah. And if your town does anything like super fun for spring break as well, or if there's any activities that are local to you, let us know, because we always like to know where people are watching from.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we want to see what is going on all over, and let us know how we can help you, get more information about our area. So speaking of which, so we're going to talk a little bit about, as we do, real estate. And so we have some exciting news that just came out about the FHA loans are, hang on, let me just bring up a screen.
We always got
So
to
the FHA has decided to lower their mortgage insurance, and just give a little background about what that means. An FHA loan is in fact a government-backed mortgage insured by the Federal Housing Administration, and it's good because it requires a lower minimum credit score and oftentimes a lower a down payment as well. So it's really attractive for first-time home buyers. And so because it is an FHA, it's backed by the government, it requires insurance so that the lenders won't miss out in the event that the borrower defaults. So we can take a look at this right here. So they've decided to lower their insurance rates. So if you look at the graph here, we have a price point of $100,000 and your current costs are $69.55 and the new ones are going to go down to $45. So you're looking at monthly savings of $24.55, but over the year it's really worth it because it's almost $300 savings a year. And as you change the purchase price on the home, this is just a rough estimate, you can be saving upwards of almost $1,500 a year on your mortgage insurance, which is really helpful to anyone that's participating in an FHA loan. So that's good news. And the FHA loan has a requirement that regardless of your loan amount or your down payment, you have to have the insurance. So if you're going with an FHA loan, it's good to know that the insurance rates are going down this year. So it's definitely a positive thing for us.
Yeah, any required fee going down is always a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Are expensive.
And so we're people who maybe are buying a home as an investment, or just oftentimes people do that here in Florida. And I think, Elijah, you had mentioned something that you were talking about for investors.
Yeah, I was looking at the news that came in for real estate and just saw an interesting chart that came up about investors are also buying fewer investments, but the market is still kind of holding steady as it is. So we're just kind of seeing things a little bit even right now, because we had seen a real roller coaster, as this article describes it, during the pandemic housing market. But the buyer of the investor category is a little bit influenced differently by different factors, not just the interest rates like we're seeing, because a lot of the times we see, at least here in Central Florida as well, they tend to buy with cash, but they're still maybe not buying as much, because one thing that was very attractive to them during the pandemic, or the last 5 years or so in Florida, was that the appreciation rates were going up. Like we've seen that if you bought like in 2019 or 2020, just like you made chances are the housing market appreciated very, very well for you since you purchased then. And we're seeing, prices at a little bit more steady rate, maybe even just in where we are in Central Florida and like Celebration neighborhood and stuff. It hasn't really dipped that much, but if people were coming running to make these investments because they thought that appreciation rocket ship was going to just keep soaring higher and higher, that's just kind of what's caused a little bit more hesitation from them, because according to this data here, investors bought 17.8% of all homes purchased in like Q4 of this year. I mean, I'm sorry, 2022, and that was down from like 19.4 in Q4 of 2021. So we see that they're kind of just like all buyer classes right now, buying less. And but the good news is we were just talking with someone making an investment property today, because we know we're local market expertise that we have here, and found a really cool, attractive property and helped someone get right on it. So if that's something that you're still into, if you're still trying to look to make investments, but you just want to have a conversation about what's the best path, and if that's a good time for you, or if there's some good inventory for you, definitely get a hold of us. Our numbers are here, because we helped someone make a really nice investment move. A real nice rental property move, even just today.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point, because there's a lot of investment opportunities here in Florida, and not only for resale, but for new communities that are being built that specifically cater towards people wanting to come down here to visit the parks, and so they kind of work together. And so there's a lot of great investment opportunities that people can use the home and rent it out. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You can do both.
Yeah.
Definitely very encouraging here. Yeah, that's a good news. Also, let's see. Oh, and so we also wanted to talk about a little bit about homesteading for people who, have a primary residence and they haven't homesteaded their property yet. That's still an amazing thing to do, and it's a great perk that Florida offers homeowners, and it lowers your taxes about $500. And so you can still go online to homestead your homes right now. All you need is a copy of like an electric bill or a water bill, but it's definitely worth your while and time to get on there and go to the county office and homestead your home. So we're going to switch gears a little bit here and get some other local news here. We had another article that we wanted to talk about that we saw about Reedy Creek in Disney. And I know Elijah had something you had something you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, on the show, we love to get together and try to share a glass of wine at the end of the day where we're doing our real estate and just talk about the market in general, talk about things that are going on locally as well. So we try to keep things topical. And
Yeah.
when we were watching the TV playing like during closings that were going on, we see that one of the big topics for Central Florida this week was the turmoil that's going on with the changing of hands when it comes to authority in the Reedy Creek area.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone just wants to know about that, basically since the late 60s, that's a district that Walt Disney Corporation itself kind of had its own autonomy and authority to basically privately maintain it.
Yeah.
These various municipal areas allowed them to follow a different and maybe a little more privileged tax policy for them. And basically the governor has been restructuring the relationship with Disney and to have maybe not those same privileges, and because they were like kind of being able to not follow the general regulations that were applied to everyone else. So some people have wondered that like when it comes to those regulations and those responsibilities that Disney themselves, the rich corporation, aren't going to be managing. Some people were wondering, so is this going to be an increased tax burden to residents? Well, the biggest thing that I wanted to share that we see as good news is that as far as we've been told so far, the administration is saying that that's going to be state paid. It's not going to be something that that taxpayers or the local that residents are going to be fitting the bill for when Disney loses some of this authority and responsibility there, because we know that Florida's tax laws are a large attractive feature when it comes to people moving here from some other areas. We're not tax experts or accountants here, but we just like to share that that's kind of what this article has been saying.
Yeah, and I just think it's important for all of our viewers and everyone who's interested in the area to kind of know what's going on, because Disney is such a prevailing force here in our area. So it's good to be abreast of the new things that are happening in and around here, especially with Disney. So that's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Let me see what else. So we have some questions. Thank you for writing in, our viewers. We have a question that says, will we be doing a show on the new Visions vacation rental area next week? Yes, we will. So Elijah and I had the opportunity to go out and check out. There's a new community called Visions, and that's what we were discussing earlier about some investment properties. And this is a really cool community. It's going to have single family homes, townhomes, and condo hotels, and a resort style property. The site that we looked at, it's just going to be beautiful. And like we were talking about earlier, they have an affiliation with Disney, so lots of perks for owners and renters to come down. But we'll have more information on that next week. We'll have like a whole video.
Yeah, it's great. You can see the community itself has an affiliation with Disney since the founding of the build,
Yeah.
and that it can offer. We're excited to kind of be able to share with you some of the perks that come with residency there.
Yeah, I think everyone will be impressed with it. I love the architecture over there, and just the feel of it is it's really nice. It's going to be a really pretty and well welcomed addition to the Central Florida area. And speaking of listings, it's crazy. There's only 40. We only have 43 listings in Celebration right now, which seems pretty low, but you know, these things tend to change a lot, and 43 seems on the low end, but the 43 that are on the MLS right now are great properties. And we actually have one that I was going to show everyone, a video on a beautiful property that we have right now
in Celebration.
in Celebration, and it's a beautiful townhome. It is our listing, and it is at 1060 Waterside Drive. So I wanted to share a video of this listing just to give you a sampling of some of the great properties that we have here in Celebration. So check it out. Great. So we like that. That's a great property. And if you have any questions about that, please contact us. It's beautiful. It's an end unit, and it has the most beautiful view of the lake and the golf course right across the street.
So is it a townhome or a condo that we were looking at?
Yeah, it's a townhome with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and
Yeah, with 43 listings in Celebration, that means single family, condo, townhouse, estate, just like so. Even like when they have those like condo hotel listings, like sometimes, so that is very low inventory. And so if you are interested in the town of Celebration, like definitely get a hold of us. We could try to. We've had our office, our brand has had a presence in the town since the founding, like over 25 years ago. So we know we know we know this area incredibly well. If you want to get into celebration, another town in like you mentioned, Visions, that has a
Mhm.
Disney identity, as having been the town built by Disney in the 90s.
Yeah. So we have a question coming in. What is the price of the town? That townhome is listed at $525,000, and it's a great value for the town of Celebration. The community where it's located it's called Sienna, and it has some of the lowest condo or HOA fees in the town. So that's definitely a perk. And as you saw in the video, it has a beautiful clubhouse and pool and just landscaping. So all of that, all those condo fees go towards those amenities, which are really worth it. It's beautiful. And yes, we also have questions. People are asking, what are people doing for St. Patrick's Day? Elijah, do you do anything for St. Patrick's Day that's fun?
Well, I don't have much Irish heritage in me. I
I.
appreciate the holiday. I love any excuse to celebrate, especially like holidays that have iconography attached to them,
Yeah.
like like the leprechaun or the four-leaf clover, because it gives you something to display and to be festive about. Maybe
Yeah.
more than like some other holidays. I have no idea how to celebrate them, but basically, if I think to wear green, I will put on some green. I have
Well,
some.
we're supposed to wear green. I get like my son is always telling me that if I don't have green on, he's going to pinch me, and I don't like that. So I try to find at least a little bit of green to wear. But I
Yeah,
have noticed that people are starting to decorate their homes for St. Patrick's Day. So you're right. There
yeah,
is definitely an iconography, and I will always enjoy corned beef and cabbage. That's one of my most favorite things to eat. So I feel like that's a reason to make that when it comes to St. Patrick's Day.
yes, and trying to think. So yeah, when it comes to if you want to be festive, there's like Mulligan's or rag. Oh, sorry, there's an Irish pub in the Water Tower area, Celebration, and
Yeah.
there's Raglan, the Irish.
Oh yeah, the Raglan Road at Disney Springs.
Make a nice mean shepherd's pie,
Totally.
and they do some authentic Irish jigs and Irish dancing for your entertainment. So if
Right.
you want to be in the holiday, I see we got a comment from someone. They love our videos. Love to see more Dr. Phillips coverage.
Oh, okay. That's
You know
definitely
Dr. Phillips pretty
doable.
well.
Yeah, Dr. Phillips is a great area. There's tons of restaurants, and it's centrally located near all the parks, especially Universal and the Restaurant Row. And there's golfing out there. Yeah, that's a beautiful area. We can definitely do some more videos on Dr. Phillips for sure. That's
Oh
great.
yeah, we've had some clients we love dearly who bought there not too long ago. So
Mhm.
yeah, love any chance to show out in that area.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for the comment. We will definitely work on that. And let's see, make sure we got all of our comments taken care of. Thank you for saying you love our show. That's great. Thank you. Yeah, so we want to know where you guys are all watching from. Definitely. We want to and again, other topics that you would like us to cover. We try to, scour the news before we put together our show just to give you all the latest information on not only real estate in the Central Florida area, but lifestyle things like we've touched on tonight, just different things that are going on so people know exactly, if they're trying to move here, what things they can count on and activities in the towns that they're interested in, as well as what the housing market looks like.
Yep, try to make it as interactive and experience as possible. So
Yeah, definitely. So we appreciate all of your comments and questions, and we're happy to take them. But as for now, so I guess next week when we see you guys, it'll be a little bit closer to St. Patrick's Day. Maybe we'll have some more. Maybe you and I, Elijah, can wear
we got
green next time.
before we play the outro music, we got one more comment here.
Okay.
Planning a move to Celebration from
Ooh,
Wine
Wine Country,
Country,
California.
California. Okay, hey, cheers. This
Wine tasting spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers. That's a great question. Wine tasting spots in Celebration, in the town of Celebration, there is a wine bar. It's called the Wine Imperium, and I believe that they do flights of wine there. And then, you know, most of the restaurants definitely sell wine, and they have a good variety. One of the stores downtown, a Gypsy Moon, has a wine selection in there as well. And then if you're looking in the Orlando area, there is actually an urban winery called Quantum Leap, and it's about 30 minutes or so from Celebration, and they have their own wine and a tasting room, and that's a fun place to go. They have charcuterie and just, it's a beautiful space. And
I think you get some fruity flights at Reggiano's in Celebration as well.
okay, yeah,
The Italian restaurant. So
the
I think
Italian
wine
restaurant.
and Italian food, it goes good together. It's always a good excuse to get out there. That's the new place.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, that's a great question, especially coming from wine country. Love it out there. Beautiful. Okay, well, any other questions? Don't see any others today, but please keep them coming, and we are happy to answer your questions anytime. We're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for our wine down. Cheers.
Cheers, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers. And we have one more.
We got one more. I love it. I love it.
I love it too. I love it too. Keep them coming. I'm in Winter Haven, Florida. I need to move somewhere right in the middle of work in Bay Lake.
Okay.
And where I love volunteering at Orange County Animal Service. I love Dr. Phillips, and it's a spot for me. Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely. So go ahead.
I'm just saying our phone numbers, they ring us, just to engage with us beyond the comments, beyond the private chat. We would love to get in touch with us, and our team will get to work finding that perfect glass slipper fit for you when it comes to a home in the right
Absolutely.
area.
Yeah, please do reach out to us, and we are here to help anytime. Definitely. Okay.
Scully, love the name. It's got that X-Files vibe. Yeah,
okay.
right
Yeah,
below.
see? They're the numbers. So give us a ring, and we definitely help you, like Elijah said. That's great. Okay, well, thank you everyone for watching and joining us, and we will be here next week. And if Elijah, if you have anything else that you want to add, we're good.
I think we're good.
I think we covered some good information tonight. Thank you all again for joining us.
Oh,
and cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Scully sends the alien emoji.
Nice.
Very
alien emoji. Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.